Hello everyone, welcome back to Thermatography, and today in this video I am going to talk about the three important things that you should know in order to switch your camera from auto to manual mode and enjoy the photography in manual mode. So let's begin. So switching a camera from auto to manual mode, I will show you guys. Auto again to manual. So the tutorial video is finished. But let me show you a magic. I can disappear. Close your eyes. Okay. Now I'm counting. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Those three things are: first is the aperture, second is the shutter speed, and third is the ISO. So if you learn to know the combination of these three things, then you can do a photography in a manual mode. So I am going to begin with the aperture. So I am going to make it as simple as possible so that you guys can understand it. So talking about the aperture, what does the aperture mean? The aperture means that it is the f-stop number, which varies from 1 to 1.8, 2.8, and it goes up to number like 22. And for example, the f1.8 is the larger aperture. What does that mean? It means that the lens is wide open. So what does, for example, the lens is wide open, that means that more light can enter the sensor. So there will be a shallow depth of field. For example, talking about the small aperture, for example like f22, then the lens is very small open and there will be a very less light entering the lens. So it depends upon the type of the photography, which I will explain in a particular picture where you put the different type of f-stop. So that's the basic concept about aperture. Now talking about the second point, shutter speed. The shutter speed, it means how long your camera is open while you are capturing a photo. So you can see in your camera there is the number like 1 by 25 seconds, 1 by 30 seconds, 1 by 1000 seconds, 1 by 200 seconds. So what does that mean? It means that how long you want your camera to be open and click the picture. So that number varies from different type of photography. For example, if you put your shutter speed at 1 by 3 seconds, that means at 1 by 3rd of the second the camera will be open, and if you try to click the photo then you will see lots of blurriness and shaking. So normally if you are doing a handheld photography, the shutter speed should be about 1 by 116 to 1 by 200 and 1 by 250. It should be, otherwise there will be a blurriness in the image and the camera will shake. That's why you need a tripod for long exposure photography. For example, most of the people do long exposure photography. At that time the shutter speed, you will put it at the seconds of time, or like 1 second, 2 second, 3 second. It means the shutter is open for 3 seconds and the camera will capture the photo. I will explain about the long exposure photography in detail in next video. So as I said, the basic concept is how long the camera is open. So, and I will later show the different type of photo and I will explain about the shutter speed in more detail.
Talking about the third point, that is the camera ISO. And ISO means the sensitivity of your lens towards the light. That means the lower the ISO, the less sensitive will be your camera lens and vice versa. So the camera ISO also depends upon the different types of photography. And the thing is, in lower ISO there will be less noise in the photo. Noise means the amount of the grain. And if you have a higher ISO, there will be a higher grain in the photo. But there are lots of benefit of playing with ISO in different types of photography. I will show you in different type of photos where I put a different type of ISO. That's it.
In order to make it a little bit easy, I am going to give you a practical example so you can see. This is shutter speed, this is our aperture 7.1, and this is our ISO. And the correct exposure, this should be always at the middle at 0. As this is portrait photography, I will always play first with my aperture, so I will make it 2.8. But you can see now it is very overexposed. Now I will play with my shutter speed. I will make it around 200, but you can see it is overexposed. So you play now with your ISO. I will make it a little bit down, 200, and this is how you get your correct exposure playing with your aperture, shutter speed. So talking about this picture, this is a portrait photography of my dog Mary. So you can see the subject is in highlight and the background is blur. For this I use a large aperture f2.8. So I get a very crispy sharp and with a blur background, and you can see the motion of the snow. For this purpose I play with my shutter speed and I make it like 1/500 second or 400, something like that, which means I use a very fast shutter speed. And in order to balance the shutter speed and my aperture, I play with my ISO. I make the ISO of 400. So if you take this picture of the moon and plane in front of it, so talking about the aperture, you can see there is a lots of detail in this moon, because I make the aperture of f7.1 because I want detail in the moon. And you can see the plane is moving in front of the moon. That means it is very fast and I need to capture this motion. So now I need to play with my shutter speed, and I have my aperture 7.1, which means it will capture the moon. Now playing with the shutter speed, I make it 1/1000 of second. I make it very fast because I want to capture the motion. So now you can see I need to play with my ISO because it is at night time. So I boost up my ISO to about 1600 to 2000 so that I could correct my exposure and capture this whole scene. But don't make your ISO more than 2500 or something like that, because then you will get lots of grain. But in post-processing you can reduce some of the noise. So this is how you play with the aperture, shutter speed and ISO. That's it. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and follow me at Dermatography. I will try to post the next video in next week, and have a nice day. Bye bye. Where is my brother? Did you guys see him? Anyway, don't forget to subscribe his channel, and at the end I will be playing this video. Bye bye, have a nice time.